Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Crypto has been crashing the last 2 days. It has recovered a little bit, but we've seen now that crypto and the stock market are still correlated because when the stock market crashed 800 points, that's the exact day when crypto crashed. Now, because the stock market's being held up by glue or like rubber cement and maybe like nothing else, it's probably going to fall more, especially after the election, and that's why I have some USDC sitting on the side waiting to come in. Now, most of what I want in crypto is already in crypto. It's been in crypto for quite some time, so I'm okay either way. But before it actually all goes up, I want it to crash and burn. I want it to crash and burn hard. That's not really an evil sentiment because eventually I do want it to go up, but I think a lot of you, like me, do want it to crash and burn also because many of you are probably here for the long term. We're not really here for, like the next 2 months trying to make $1 million in the next 2 weeks or so. We're actually here for like the foreseeable future. So I can afford to wait a couple more years. Now, if you leverage your house or something and you need money to pay off like loans or mortgage in the next 2 weeks, our interests are obviously not aligned. But for those of you who want to make the maximum amount of money in, let's say, 3 years, our interests are going to be aligned. So I'm actually very, very happy about the way things are working out. Not so much that people are getting evicted and they're losing jobs. I don't like that part, but that scenario plays out perfectly with my plan for world domination, or at least my plan to make a lot of money. I still have the money sitting outside in USDC, and I do think we will crash again. It doesn't really matter to me if it's this month, next month, the month after, or after the election. As long as we crash sometime sooner or later, which I think it's inevitable it will happen, because you can't just infinitely print money forever to actually boost the economy up. Basically, if you look at the stock market, it's essentially being held up by tech. And the reason we dumped the last few days is because tech fell. The rest of the economy is still really, really awful. The jobs that are being created to replace the jobs that are lost don't pay nearly as much. And a lot of the retail stores, they were just looking for an excuse to let go of people anyways. Also, I think companies are looking at, hey, we can just automate stuff and work with less. So there's a lot of factors going into this. A lot of the jobs probably aren't coming back. The stimuluses are going to stop sooner or later, and they're going to have to stop printing so much and support boosting the economy based on just printing a lot of money. So I'm actually very happy about those factors coming together. From my financial perspective, because that will result in some kind of a trigger dump. I think the stock market's way too high right now, and tech is just boosting it up. Once that's over, this tech thing eventually will be over. I can actually see why some companies like Amazon would actually go up, because obviously during a pandemic, people don't really want to go into the store, so they'll just buy everything on Amazon. But other stuff like Apple, Microsoft, I have no idea why they're actually so high. So, the thing is, they'll actually adjust back to normal, and we'll have a very big correction in the stock market, my guess. And then that will actually follow with a correction or correlate to a correction in crypto. Now, crypto, I think, will actually recover a lot faster than the stock market. But we will have a crash, hopefully, for a few days. And then at that time, we can actually get back in. Remember, even though the alts have gone up, if Bitcoin suddenly crashes to 6,000, the alts will actually crash faster. If it takes a day to bounce, that day is the day to strike. So that's what I'm waiting for. You might think Cardano at under 10 cents, VET at 1.4 is very, very cheap right now. But VET is still 3 times what I bought it in at. And I'm looking for those kind of prices. Cardano is still over twice what I bought in at, and I'm looking for those kind of prices to actually buy in with my other USDC that I have sitting on the side. I'm also looking for much, much cheaper ICX. I'm looking for cryptocurrency to take a sudden flash crash, maybe for a day or two, before rebounding much faster than the actual economy. And when we hit the next bottom, when we have the next flash crash, I think that will definitely be the potential bottom, and we will actually go past 20,000 in the run after that, even though that may be next year. So I'm looking forward to everything crashing and burning before the end of the year. I hope you are too. There needs to be blood and fire on the streets before we go way up and everyone moons and rejoices. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.